three things I look for. Only three things. We want to look for an M15 fair value gap or a demand to supply flip zone. We're looking for that fair value gap. That's very important. Then I want to see a lower time frame entry, either the 5 minute or the 1 minute. And then the most important thing is the order flow. So what happens is many traders don't quite understand what makes a top fair value gap. So we've been over it in terms of liquidity and in terms of supply and demand, right? You're waiting and you're being patient for the 1 minute or the 5 minute to enter, ideally above the 10 a.m. Eastern. Now, the order flow is why so many traders mess up, and we're going to be going over this in a lot of detail, right? But let's just break things down in terms of our step two. So step two, we want to see price enter on the 15-minute time frame. Sorry, on the 5-minute time frame, right? This is a 5-minute time frame, 5-minute chart. So what we're seeing is we're seeing price struggle to break higher. This is where the order flow becomes very, very handy because we are going to be reading this in terms of the buyers and the sellers. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame. So on the 5-minute time frame, if we just kind of bring this up, we are going to be dissecting price action in this region. And it's very interesting because it's the same exact price action. But when we break this down in terms of the buyers and the sellers, what do we see, right? I want traders to look very, very specifically because it's only one candle which gave this away. It's this candle over here, right? We also had this candle over here. In fact, let's start with this candle. When we look at this candle carefully, it's really just a red candle, right? But we don't see the intricate details going on behind, right? So we have this red candle over here, but we have a lot of aggressive buyers over here, a lot of aggressive buyers over here. And we have a bunch of zeros up here. Like we had 8 for 160, 0 for 64, 0 for 98. So when you see a lot more aggressive buyers and sellers, what this indicates is that the aggressive buyers are trying to drive price higher, but this zone still held, right? The zone is all the way up here. When we go to the regular candlestick chart, it's this candle over here. It's the exact same candle. So what we're seeing in this kind of region is we are seeing a lot of aggressive buyers, right? We see a lot of aggressive buyers, right? And these aggressive buyers are trying to drive price higher, right? Do they succeed? Well, they don't succeed, right? Because the market is able to hold this level, right? So when the market comes back into this level, it's super interesting. I want traders to understand this candle. We see 112 for 1,000 or 1K just over here. We see 189 for 1K again. So we see a very, very large difference between the ask and the bid, right? The ask on the right hand side is the aggressive buyers. So we see a lot of aggressive buyers over here. We see a lot of aggressive buyers over here, right? None of them are rewarded, right? We also see a ton of aggressive buying over here as well before the market aggressively moves to the downside. But what we need to understand as a trader is we need to look at who is aggressive, right? Who is aggressive? If the buyers are aggressive, their only goal is to move price higher. So when we see aggressive buyers at a bearish fair value gap, right? Remember, we're at a bearish fair value gap, right? This is a bearish fair value gap. We have a lot of aggressive buyers in this region. The question is, right? What you need to understand is that the level